Okay, I'm going to make this pretty short. This is Roger, Mudfossil University. This is a leg of a creature that is petrified in the act of doing whatever it was doing. This is the red blood, fleshy tissue that runs behind, obviously the muscles and so forth. This up here is the anatomy of the muscles and so forth that would run down to the arm. His face, they tried to repair it with some metal and so forth back early in the early 1900s, but obviously did a bad job. And that's why everybody says, oh, somebody built that back in the 1900s. No, they might have tried to repair it, but they didn't. This is anatomical. There's no really way to deny that that's anatomical. What you just saw was exactly identical to that. Same colors, same fabric, same anatomy, same biology, and I guarantee you it's the same chemistry. And if that red substance that was taken out from underneath that leg was analyzed, I guarantee you it's going to have signatures of blood in there, and quite likely, if you go deep enough in there, you will find there is some viable blood, DNA testable. Not necessarily perfect, but still there should be base pairs that are going to be undeniable. All right, this is Ovid. Outstanding, and you should read it. It's called Metamorphosis. And this is he went and killed Medusa, cut off her head. He got a special bag to put it in so that it would keep it protected so nobody would see it. Well, now he's in a fight with Phineas and a whole batch of his guys that are out to kill him. They're sending spears at him. The spears, they said, they were worse than the hail on a winter's day. And so he decides he's going to use the Gorgon's head. So Phineas is out to kill him, and they're attacking him. And he was, anyway, here's what happens. So he finds out he can't win. So when Perseus saw indeed his efforts would succumb to the weight of numbers, he said, since you plan it like this, I will ask help of the enemy, which is the Gorgon's head. If there are any friends here, turn your face away. And he held up the Gorgon's head. Find others who might be worried by your marvel, said Seleucus. But as he prepared to, because he was laughing at him, as he prepared to throw his javelin, he was frozen like a marble statue in the act. Amphix, next to him, thrust his sword straight at the heart of the courageous descendant of Lecanus, and in thrusting his right hand stiffened without movement this way or that. But Neleus, who falsely claimed that he was born of the Nile, with its 7 mouths, his shield engraved with its 7 streams, part gold, part silver, cried Perseus, see, the sources of my people. It will be a great consolation to you to take with you in death to the silent shadows the knowledge of having fallen to so noble a man. The last echo of his voice was cut off in mid-flight, and you might believe his mouth still wished to speak, though it was no longer previous to words. All right, so it goes on and on until it gets down to here, where Phineas is turned to stone. All right, so they're really coming on to Perseus. He's about ready to go down. So he says, it says, they all deserve the punishment they suffered, except one of Perseus's warriors. While he was fighting on his side, Aconteus saw the Gorgon's head, which Aconteus, a bad guy, and took the shape of hardened stone. Astyages, which is Perseus's buddy, struck Aconteus with his long sword, thinking that it was still alive, and the blade gave a high-pitched ringing noise. Astyages stood there amazed. He took the same power transformed him, and he remained there with a wondering look on his marble face. It would take a long time to tell the names of the middle ranks of men. 200 bodies survived the fight. 200 bodies were turned to stone at the sight of the Gorgon's head. And then Phineas finally regrets what he did, obviously. Anyway, this was recorded history, and it's, I could see no reason to deny this. You could see the guy standing there, and he's not just one. I'll show you another one, then we'll leave it at that. All right, what I want you to look at is these tendons. That's a shoulder. All right, this is the colossus of Apennine. There's his tendons right there. You see that? That's how they are. They break off. They're in fibrils. I just showed it to you. Okay, Ovid's Metamorphosis I was reading to before talks about them. The gods did this for fun. They did this to decorate their gardens. And this is strangling a dragon. They have them all over the place strangling dragons.